Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Saturday. We got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today, guys. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Working our way to 20K subs, guys. We might honestly hit it today, so go ahead and check that out. Would definitely love to see that happen. And check out all my betting links in the description below. BetMGM has a insurance token today for college basketball, up to a $25 bet on any college bet. And yeah, if your bet loses, you'll get your bet back in bonus bets. So go ahead and check that out. Really great opportunity to make some money today in college basketball. And they got other bet tokens and boosts as well on BetMGM today for baseball, for everything else. So check those out, guys. Monster slate today. 15 matchups, starting with the Oakland Athletics versus the Detroit Tigers. Detroit opening up as home favorites at minus 170. Oakland plus 140 with the over-under at 8. Oakland coming into this matchup 1-7. Detroit 6-1. Pitching for Oakland is Paul Blackburn with an ERA of 0. Pitching for Detroit is Kenta Maeda with an ERA of 16.20. Blackburn, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Maeda, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Didn't really look good in his debut here, but has a great matchup with the A's. Oakland on a 4-game losing streak. They lost to Detroit yesterday 5-4, and Detroit playing great. Great start to the season here, looking good. That's the overs hit at Oakland's 8 of their last 10 games. Maybe the over could be a play. Yeah, I mean, I'm rolling with Detroit. I just haven't seen enough with Oakland. They kept it close yesterday in a 4-5 loss, but yeah, Detroit playing good. I think Maeda has a much better game than last time. Give me Detroit at home. Next matchup, we've got the Cleveland Guardians versus the Minnesota Twins. Minnesota opening up as home favorites at minus 160. Cleveland plus 130 with the over-under at 8. Cleveland coming into this matchup 6-2. Minnesota 3-3. Pitching for the Guardians is Carlos Carrasco with an ERA of 5.40. Pitching for the Twins is Joe Ryan with an ERA of 1.69. Carrasco, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Ryan, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. Cleveland coming off a nice win yesterday against Twins 4-2 on a 3-game winning streak. Minnesota 1-3 in their last 4. Cleveland is 6-3 against Minnesota, so they've been good head-to-head here. The unders hit in Minnesota 10 of their last 14 against Cleveland, so maybe the under could be a play today, guys. And I just think you're getting Cleveland at an insane value. We've been seeing it this whole season, for the first 2 weeks of the season. Misplaced lines, you're seeing the better team on the road, bigger dogs. Yeah, I'm taking a shot with Cleveland plus 1.5 on the road here. Next matchup, we've got the Miami Marlins versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals opening up as home favorites at minus 150. The Marlins plus 130 with the over-under at 8. Marlins coming into this matchup 0-8. The Cardinals 4-4. Pitching for the Marlins is Trevor Rogers with an ERA of 7.20. Pitching for the Cardinals is Steven Matz with an ERA of 3.38. Rogers, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Matz, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Marlins, a horrible start, losing to the Cardinals 8-5 yesterday or the day before. Still looking for their first win. It's been brutal for Miami. Yeah, I just don't like what I'm seeing from this Marlins team. They're 1-9 on the road against St. Louis. The overs hit in 6 of the last 8 meetings between the two, so maybe the over is a good play. And yeah, look, I don't like to chase wins. I hate it. I'm not a big fan of it because I've seen teams go on historic losing streaks, and Yeah, I'm just not backing Miami. Maybe they get their first win today, but from what I've seen, they've just looked absolutely horrible. I'm still going to roll with the Cardinals at home here. Next matchup, we've got the Baltimore Orioles versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Baltimore opening up as road favorites at -130. The Pirates +110 with the over-under at 8.5. Baltimore coming into this matchup 5-2. The Pirates 6-2. Pitching for Baltimore is Tyler Wells with an ERA of 4.50. Pitching for the Pirates is Bailey Falter with an ERA of 13.50. Wells, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Falter, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Baltimore on a 2-game winning streak, beat the Pirates yesterday 5-2. Nice win for Baltimore. They are 13-5 against Baltimore, 2-5 on the road against Pittsburgh here. Pittsburgh, the over's hit in 6 of their last 8 games. Maybe the over could be a play. I expect a much better game from Pittsburgh today. Falter, didn't look good in his debut. Gave up 6 runs. I expect a much better performance from Falter today. I still like the Pirates here. I know it wasn't amazing yesterday, but I still think you're getting a great value for them at home. They're still playing good. Rough game yesterday, but we've seen Baltimore not struggle, but they've lost a game in each of their 2 series they played so far. One against the Royals and the Angels. I think Pittsburgh can take one here. Give me the Pirates +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we've got the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Chicago Cubs. Dodgers opening up as road favorites at -190. The Cubs +150 with the over-under at 8. Dodgers coming into this matchup 7-3. The Cubs 5-2. Pitching for the Dodgers is Yoshinobu Yamamoto with an ERA of 7.50. Pitching for the Cubs is Jordan Wicks with an ERA of 4.50. Yamamoto, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. A much better performance from him. Remember his debut, he gave up 5 runs in 1 inning, but bounced back. It's baseball. It was just 1 game. He bounced back. Wicks, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Dodgers, tough loss yesterday to the Cubs, losing 9-7. Definitely the Cubs' best performance, I'd say, so far. And they're hot right now. They're on a 5-game winning streak. They're playing very good. The Dodgers, the overs hit 9 of their last 11 on the road against the Cubs. So maybe the overs a play today, especially after last game. I think the Dodgers bounce back. I mean, defensively, they just couldn't really do nothing yesterday here. We're going to see if the Cubs can steal 2 against the Dodgers. I think it's going to be very tough. But we haven't seen the Dodgers lose 2 in a row yet. And I know Cubs are hot, but I'm still going to give Dodgers another chance. I do like Yamamoto on the mound, coming off a big game last game. Give me the Dodgers on the road here. Next matchup, we've got the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Washington Nationals. Phillies opening up as road favorites at -180. Washington +140 with the over-under at 8.5. Phillies coming into this matchup 3-4. Washington 2-5. Pitching for the Phillies is Ranger Suarez with an ERA of 5.40. Pitching for the Nationals is Jake Irvin with an ERA of 5.40. Suarez, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Irvin, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. The Phillies coming off a sweep yesterday, beating Washington 4-0. Bad loss for Washington. 1-4 in their last 5. They definitely been struggling here. Philly, they're 15-5 on the road against Washington. So they've been good in that department. The under's hit in Washington's 4 of their last 6 against the Phillies. So maybe the under could be a play here. Yeah, I'm just not impressed with what I saw from the Nationals yesterday. They just didn't look that good. And yeah, I think I'm going to lean with the Phillies on the road here. Next matchup, we got the New York Mets versus the Cincinnati Reds. Reds opening up as home favorites at -120. The Mets plus 100 with the over-under at 9.5. Mets coming into this matchup 2-5. The Reds 4-3. Pitching for the Mets is Luis Severino with an ERA of 10.80. Pitching for the Reds is Nick Martinez with an ERA of 5.40. Severino, his last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 6 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Martinez, his last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. The Mets beating the Reds yesterday 3-2. Nice win for the Mets. And the Mets, 1-4 on the road. The unders hit in 6 of their last 9 on the road against the Reds. So maybe the unders a good play today with the Mets really struggling to score here. Same with the Reds. They haven't put up too many points in their last 3 games. Mets on a 2-game winning streak, but it really hasn't been pretty. I mean, they put up 3 and 2 runs in their only 2 wins. That's just not going to be sustainable. And I think I'm going to take a shot with the Reds at home here off a bounce-back loss. Next matchup, we've got the Houston Astros versus the Texas Rangers. Looks like both teams in a pick'em scenario at -110 with the over-under at 9.5. Houston coming into this matchup 2-6. The Rangers 5-2. Pitching for the Astros is JP France with an ERA of 4.76. The Rangers, it's John Gray with an ERA of 9.82. France, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Gray, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Houston, they got killed yesterday, 10-2 against the Rangers. Rangers were on fire yesterday. Houston, I don't know, the Rangers, the over's hitting 6 of their last 7 against Houston, so maybe the over could be a good play today. Just a big win for the Rangers, and they were underdogs too. Were able to dominate like they did. On Houston, the struggles continue. Not a good start, not a good look for the start of the season here. Their only 2 wins have been blowout games. So unless they're going to blow out the Rangers and prevent them from scoring, which hasn't happened yet for the Rangers, I just don't know if I can. In a pick'em scenario, I got to ride the hot team here, and that's the Rangers at home. Big performance yesterday. Astros, their struggles continue, especially on offense. I think I'm going to take the Rangers at home again. Next matchup, we've got the Toronto Blue Jays versus the New York Yankees. Yankees opening up as slight home favorites at -115. Toronto -105 with the over-under at 8. Toronto coming into this matchup 4-4. The Yankees 6-2. Pitching for Toronto is Kevin Gausman with an ERA of 2.08. Pitching for the Yankees is Clark Schmidt with an ERA of 5.06. Gausman, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Schmidt, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Toronto coming off a Yankees win. The Yankees couldn't get nothing going yesterday in their home opener, which was pretty disappointing here. But we haven't seen the Yankees lose back-to-back yet. And we saw against Arizona when they lost 7-0. They bounced back in a 6-5 win. I expect a big bounce back for the Yankees here. The under's hitting the Yankees 4 the last 5 against Toronto. Maybe the under could be a play today, especially with Gausman on the mound. It'll definitely make it tough. Schmidt, didn't look horrible in his debut, only giving up 3 runs. I like a big bounce back for the Yankees here. We saw them bounce back before after not scoring, and Toronto hasn't won 2 games in a row yet this season, so I'll take the Yankees with a bounce back at home. Next matchup, we got the Chicago White Sox versus the Kansas City Royals. Royals opening up as home favorites at -200. The White Sox +170 with the over-under at 9. White Sox coming into this matchup 1-6. The Royals 4-4. Pitching for the White Sox is Chris Flexen with an ERA of 8.31. Pitching for the Royals is Michael Wacha with an ERA of 5.40. Flexen, his last start he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 1 strikeout. Wacha, his last start he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. The White Sox back-to-back losses against the Royals. Royals playing well this series, holding to the White Sox to 1 run in both games. This White Sox team, they've really struggled scoring so far this season, and it's been showing. The hitting's been pretty bad. They're 1-6 on the road against the Royals, where they've had their struggles. I just don't have much confidence in the White Sox hitting, and I think I'm going to have to roll with the Royals at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the Seattle Mariners versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers opening up as home favorites at -120. The Mariners +110 with the over-under at 8. Mariners coming into this matchup 3-5. The Brewers 5-1. Pitching for Seattle is Bryce Miller with an ERA of 7.20. Pitching for the Brewers is DL Hall with an ERA of 4.50. Miller, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Hall, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 1 strikeout. Seattle on a 3-game losing streak, coming off a Milwaukee loss yesterday. Tough loss for them. Milwaukee, they're playing well. Nice win for them. Seattle 0-5 against Milwaukee, so they have not been good head-to-head. And the overs hit at 7 of their last 10 against Seattle, so maybe the over is a good play today. I like the Brewers, man. They're playing good. Seattle's really struggled against them. I'm going to roll with the Brewers at home in this one. Next matchup, we've got the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Atlanta Braves. Braves opening up as home favorites at -230. Arizona +185 with the over-under at 9. Arizona coming into this matchup 4-4. The Braves 4-2. Pitching for Arizona is Brandon Pfaadt with an ERA of 1.80. Pitching for the Braves is Max Fried with an ERA of 40.50, which is crazy. Pfaadt, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Fried, his last start, he pitched half an inning, gave up 3 runs, had 1 strikeout. The ERA looks crazy, but it was a rough first game. Gave up 3 runs. We know Fried's good; he'll bounce back. Arizona, had a tough loss yesterday, losing late to Atlanta 6-5. They really had that game, but played well. Arizona is just 3-8 against Atlanta, 2-5 on the road against Atlanta here. The over's hit in 4 of the last 5 between the two, so maybe the over could be a play today. I like Braves. I like a big Fried bounce back. Atlanta kind of struggled a little bit hitting yesterday. I got to roll with the Braves at home here. Next matchup, we've got the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Colorado Rockies. It looks like we've got the Rays opening up as road favorites at -150. Colorado +125 with the over-under at 12. Rays coming into this matchup 3-5. Colorado 2-6. Currently can't see who's pitching for the Rays. This is one of the later games and last games on the slate, so we'll see who ends up pitching for Tampa. Pitching for the Rockies is Ryan Feltner with an ERA of 5.40. The site I'm looking at doesn't have any pitcher info for Feltner. But Tampa Bay, tough loss, 2-game losing streak, giving up 10 runs to the Rockies yesterday. Big win for the Rockies. That's their best win of the season, I'd say. Tampa Bay is 7-2 against Colorado. The over's hit in 5 of their last 7 on the road against Colorado. The over could definitely be a play. It's a high over-under, but it could definitely hit. But, haven't seen the Rockies get 2 in a row here. And Yeah, I like Tampa Bay on a bounce back. Colorado's not much of a team I trust back to back underdog wins here. It's definitely very risky. We'll see who ends up pitching for the Rays. I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue, but I think I'm going to roll with the Rays off the loss and take them on the road here. Next matchup, we've got the San Diego Padres versus the San Francisco Giants. Both teams in a pick'em scenario at -110 with the over-under at 8. Padres coming into this matchup 4-6. The Giants 3-5. Pitching for the Padres is Michael King with an ERA of 6.14. Pitching for the Giants is Keaton Wynn with an ERA of 5.40. King, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Wynn, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Padres coming off a Giants loss. 3-2. Both teams, playing very poorly here. So this is definitely a tough series to cover. Both teams not amazing and very trustworthy to bet on. Definitely don't recommend betting on these games. They're just very spotty. The under's hitting 6 of their last 7 on the road against the Giants, so maybe the under could be a good play today. In a pick'em scenario, yeah, it's just a tough matchup, and we've already seen these teams have a series before. It's crazy. They've already had 2 series to start the season, and both teams stealing wins from each other. I think I'm going to roll with the Giants at home. It's not pretty. The pitchers aren't that amazing today. We'll take the Giants at home. In the last matchup, we got the Boston Red Sox versus the Los Angeles Angels. Looks like Angels are opening up as home favorites at -115. Boston +105 with the over-under at 8.5. Boston coming into this matchup 6-2. The Angels 4-3. Pitching for Boston is Garrett Whitlock with an ERA of 1.80. Pitching for the Angels is Reed Detmers with an ERA of 1.80 as well. Whitlock, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 8 strikeouts. Detmers, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Boston on a 5-game winning streak, beating the Angels yesterday 8-6. A nice win for Baltimore. For Boston. They're 5-1 on the road here, so they've been able to get road wins. The under's hit in 8 of their last 12 at home against Boston. Maybe the under could be a play, even though the over did hit yesterday. But I like Boston. You're getting them on a value on the road here. And I think I'm going to take a shot with the Red Sox +1.5 on the road. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Saturday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Sunday. Have a good one.